We need your...
Well, I can't tell you how to become an Indian ambassador because I have no experience on that. I can tell you in Argentina. But those books that I wrote mainly are books on foreign policy, on international affairs, and contemporary history that I wrote of Argentina and Argentina's foreign policy, and some books regarding the end of the Cold War and the post-Cold War era. Especially, I studied a lot the American-Russian relationship and during the Cold War and after the Cold War. And when I finish this post, I have some ideas of writing maybe some. I have a book written about China, but I don't have time now to complete it. Okay, and I would like to write something about India. Especially, I'm not a specialist because this country is so complex, it's very difficult, but in some way to explain India to the Latin American people or to the Western people. You know? But it is two different works that I have done in my life. One thing is to research, one thing is to study, one thing is to write, which I enjoy very much, that intellectual work, let's say. And another thing is to be a diplomat, to perform diplomatic functions. Of course, one thing helps to the other, because if you know history, if you know something about foreign affairs, or you're supposed to know, it helps you on your work. But there are two different areas. But during some years I did one thing, other years I did other thing. But now I'm concentrated on this, on the Indian-Argentine relationship. This post was offered to me almost 2 years ago, and I'm working on this. And well, the time I will be here, I will be working on this. It won't be forever. This post is a couple of years, and then you go back to your private life. No, that's how things are.
Thank you so much for these views.
But what I can recommend, I always tell my colleagues, my friends, is that when ambassadors or high officials end their tenure, they finish their functions, it is important if they are able to put that on paper, on a book, or because that experience is very positive. It's very, even when they made mistakes, even when things went wrong, even when there was failure, because you learn from failure. You don't learn only of success. You learn from failure, from things that didn't go the way they were. Experience is always good. And for the young people, when I was young at that time, I always tried to talk with people that performed the functions, foreign ministers, ambassadors, important politicians, and ask them about their experience. And you learn even from the mistakes. You learn more from the mistakes than from the success.
Thank you so much for your very inspiring words. I hope that we will learn so much things from you, as you have remarkable experience in your life. And I would like to say that recently we had a visit of Lionel Messi in India, and you can see our love towards this is sportsman. Apart from that, in 2009, Sir Diego Maradona also came to India. And sir, we have one more famous personality. We have got to know that
but Messi is
this famous musician Eva Perón, sir.
No, but
Evita, wife of the Argentina president, Juan Perón.
No, but she didn't came to India. No.
She did not come to India, but she's a very famous musician.
No, she's not a musician. Eva Perón is very well known worldwide because of course she was the wife of President Perón, but after that she died very young, at 33 years old, terrible illness. But then in some way Eva Perón became like a myth, because I think she became popular or well known in the world, let's say, after opera written by, I don't remember the name, I forget the name, and this was performed in London and in New York and in so many places, that opera, and that's why. And there is a very famous song called "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." You know that. So that's why. But regarding the Messi visit in December, he went to 4 cities. It was not organized by the Argentine government. It was not organized by this embassy. But when he came to Delhi, of course, I went to the airport to greet him and his team. And then we went with my colleagues to there was a meeting in one hotel with many people of this Delhi society. There were so many people, it was amazing, no? And for us, it was all these people asking for pictures, asking for autographs. And, but for us, it was very remarkable to see so many people wearing the Argentine t-shirt, so far away from Argentina. So, and in that sense, we are very grateful to him because he was able to, I think, to make Argentina known here and appreciate here and loved here. So we were very happy. I said thanks to him for this.
Thank you so much for your lovely thoughts, and you exemplified your stories meeting with Messi and his love towards India, and Indian people also have given a lot of love and respect towards this sportsman. And I think this is the only connection between the two countries, and it is only possible, sir. It is only possible only because of your presence. Because in your presence, our Prime Minister Modi visited Argentina in 2024.
Well, we are very grateful for that opportunity. I think it was very positive. And I hope the president of Argentina could come here soon. And I'm convinced that Argentina and India can work even much more. Now we have, for the last 6 years, we have our relationship has been elevated to the status of a strategic partnership. We have a $5 billion trade relationship, which for Argentina is a big number, is a big figure. India is among the 6 largest partners of Argentina. And I think this could be, we can work even more for the benefit of the two countries, for the benefit of the two people. So I'm very happy for having this opportunity to talk with you, and I hope we can repeat this again.
Sure, sir.
And
we have only one question, sir. Do you have any message for Indian people, sir?
I think that the Indian people have to, you are proud, and you have to be very, very proud of all the success that this country has made in the last 8 decades, or 7 or 8 decades, since it became independent, 76 years. Because the situation in which India found itself when it came to its independent life in 1947, it was extremely difficult. And also because of the independent process was very tough, it was very complicated. You had the terrible national experience of partition. And that situation was very bad. And you could overcome, and especially in the last 2 or 3 decades, since you started those economic reforms of opening the economy in 1991, the country progressed so much, and especially in the last decade, under the leadership of the current government, you have become the 4th largest economy. You are going to be the 3rd largest economy. Although you still have a lot of problems, there is still a lot of poverty, there's many infrastructure problems. But the country has been growing so much, and India is becoming such an important country in the world. I think you are going to be one of the 3, 4, 5, or 6 most important countries in the world, by sure. So I think the Indian people have to be very proud, and in some way it's an example for the world. And in 2047, when you are going to be 100 years of the independence, the young people of India will enjoy a country that your parents or your grandparents could not even imagine. So I'm very happy to be able to serve here in this so interesting period of time.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you very much,
sir. And I want that with this podcast, people will learn many things from your experience, and you have got a very good journey in India also. And I believe, sir, with your presence in future also, we will have more and more people-to-people contact, and we will make India and Argentina bond more and more strongest, sir. Thank you so much.
We will make India and Argentina great again.
Great again, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Now
much.
I would like to request Naveen Bhasin to come here and present you the symbol of respect from our side, sir.
Thank you.
Please.